And welcome to our webinar, Beyond the Surface, Unveiling the True Power of ITSM. In the world of enterprise service management, which includes IT service management, it's easy to be dazzled by flashy interfaces and trendy features. And, there are a lot of vendors out there offering their own take on what ITSM is or should be, but the real value of your ITSM or ESM solution lies beneath the surface. And today, we're going to talk about what really matters in ITSM. And that's going to include things like ease of use, seamless integration, unparalleled flexibility, and built-in security. We'll look at how Ivanti's ITSM solution goes beyond the basics to offer intelligent automation, self-healing capabilities, and advanced analytics. And we'll show you how you can transform your IT operations to deliver exceptional employee experiences and drive improved business outcomes. Along the way, we're going to look at some major misunderstandings. Actually, let's call them what they are, myths about Ivanti's ITSM solutions that our competitors love to spread around. And we'll share some key facts about Ivanti's ITSM solution that you might not be aware of. Let me just introduce myself. My name is Phil Bowermaster, and I'm with the Ivanti Solutions marketing team. Our team is focused on Ivanti's ESM solutions, which includes ITSM and ITAM, as well as our enterprise workflow management solutions, such as HR and facilities, and PPM, which is project and portfolio management, and GRC, which is governance, risk, and compliance, and security operations management, plus our iPaaS and service mapping solutions. So a broad array of capabilities that we provide in support of ITSM and ESM, and we're going to look at how that all fits together. But I want to start off talking about something a little bit different. I'd like to start off today, before we dig into the myths, let's talk for a moment about user interfaces. And I want to use the example of Amazon.com. That's not what we're looking at here, but we'll get to what we're looking at. Now, if you were to poll users of Amazon and ask them, hey, does Amazon have a modern, clean, dynamic user interface? I think most users would say, well, sure it does. It's a pretty nice interface, right? But what if we then ask them, okay, so which of the aspects of the Amazon user experience is most important to you? And then we gave them some choices, right? We could say, all right, first, there's that modern, clean, dynamic user interface. There's that. But there's also the pricing of the goods and services that are offered on Amazon. There's the availability of goods and services that are offered on Amazon. There's the quality of those goods and services. And then there's the timely and accurate delivery of what's offered on Amazon. Now, if you looked at that broader array of choices, which of those do you think would come out on top? I don't know. I'm not sure what would come out on top, but I'm pretty sure that user interface would not be the number one runaway choice. I mean, it's all very well to have a flashy UI, but ultimately it's the power underneath that makes the experience worth having. So if we steer over to the world of IT service management, and that's more nearly what we're looking at here, we can ask, is it important to have a modern, clean, dynamic user interface? Obviously it is. That is important. But is that the major requirement for ensuring a good employee experience? Maybe not. Probably not. If an employee submits a request or reports an incident, they want it to be acted upon, and they want it to be resolved quickly, and they want to be notified of the status or any delays that occur. That's where the value is in that kind of a solution. And within IT, it's the same thing. The folks on the help desk, they want tools to be able to act upon and resolve the issue. They want to reduce the number of tickets. They want to handle the calls at level 0 where possible. And ensuring those kinds of outcomes requires a lot more than just what you see on the face of a service management solution. It requires things to be going on inside, under that user interface. And let's talk about those a little bit. What lies beneath that modern and attractive user interface is ultimately, as I said, what's going to drive the value of the service management solution, and it's ultimately what's going to drive a great user experience. So what are the things you're looking for? First off, let's talk about automation. What you want is to be able to automate anything you can think of across ITSM, all your devices, your external applications. You want some kind of drag and drop, low code ability to create workflows. You want to have your system remediate issues on its own. You want to be able to reduce mean time to resolution. You want to identify issues before your users do, and you want to integrate with external systems to streamline end-to-end processes. That's automation, right? Integration, also important. You want to be able to integrate with anything, taking your workflows from just ITSM to bidirectional workflows across external third-party solutions. Wherever the data that you need is, you want to be able to bring that data into your environment. Let's talk about healing. You want to be able to deliver self-healing capabilities to identify and remediate issues before your users log them. All too often, users won't even tell you that something has gone wrong. It's better if we can be proactive and change the experience employees have by responding to an issue even before they've reported it. And as we'll see, even before they've experienced it. Okay, AI, this is a big one, and it's so hyped. There's so much talk going on about AI. Everybody has jumped in feet first. A lot of vendors have jumped in head first on AI. Now, what we're seeing across the industry is there's some growing skepticism on the application of AI to ITSM. And that's what happens sometimes when you jump in really quickly to something. And that's why at Ivanti, we adopted an approach to create AI that is trusted. So using only your data, and responsible, not going out and scanning the internet, and secure. So only you have your data. Those are really important factors. And we're going to talk a little bit more about responsible AI as we get a little deeper into this discussion today. I already mentioned low code, no code. And this is one you really want to watch out for, because everybody says they're low code. Not everybody says they're no code. That's too big of a claim to make, but everybody says they're low code. But it's like peeling an onion back. You go sometimes below a sort of a graphical veneer, and what you'll find underneath is an awful lot of code. The idea behind a low code or no code environment is you want to be able to drag and drop. You want a visual interface that's going to give you the workflows, that's going to give you the integrations that you're looking for. So be really careful about that. Next comes digital experience. Now, how do you truly understand your employees' digital experience? It's a lot more than surveys. Yes, surveys are important, but we want to be able to proactively identify the employee experience across service management, applications, security, devices, and sentiment to give a comprehensive 360-degree view. That's really what you're looking for. So I would say, in fact, this whole list, these are the things you really want to have in place if you want to deliver a great service management experience. And not coincidentally, those are all core capabilities of our Ivanti ITSM solution. So when you have an ITSM vendor talk to you about their wonderful user interface and all its bells and whistles, be sure to say, yes, but what's lying under that? And then ask them about those 6 things. Now, let's take a look at some of those myths about Ivanti ITSM and what the reality is behind each myth. And we'll start with this myth number 1. Okay, myth number 1 is that Ivanti doesn't have AI. And the reality is quite different from that. The reality is that we've actually been providing AI for quite some time. And before that, we were providing intelligent automation. But what we provide is secure, responsible, and trusted AI capabilities. Our AI can summarize incidents and tickets. It can generate knowledge articles. It can classify incidents, create dashboard widgets. We also have a virtual agent. Additionally, our incident correlation feature helps in identifying and linking related incidents, which is going to make it a lot easier to manage and resolve issues efficiently. So we are in the AI space. We're very much in the generative AI space, especially with our capability to do really interesting and exciting things like prompt generated dashboard widgets. That's a new thing. That's a new capability that you're not going to see much of anywhere else. And all of that is provided within our Secure by Design framework, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So you get all the performance benefits of AI without having to worry about hallucinations or a general lack of reliability of the data that's provided. So myth number 1, Ivanti doesn't have AI, scratch that one. Not true, not by a long shot. All right, let's look at myth number 2. Myth number 2 is that Ivanti lacks integration. Okay, so the truth here is that we provide secure enterprise level integration with over 1,000 connectors, and we provide multiple ways into integration. We provide a low code, no code approach and access to the leading iPaaS platform. So we can provide the broadest possible range of integration capabilities. And these capabilities work together to allow you to extend ITSM automation and workflows to external third-party systems seamlessly. So we've got API integration, we've got our iPaaS solution, we've got any kind of integration that you might need to do. We make it easy, we make it fast, simple, safe, and low code. This is going to ensure that your ITSM processes are not siloed, but integrated across your entire IT ecosystem. All right, so myth number 2, strike it. We do have integration. Let's move on to myth number 3. Myth number 3, Ivanti lacks service delivery beyond IT. I don't even know how a story like this gets started. This is ridiculous, okay? In fact, we provide 5 out-of-the-box enterprise workflows that includes HR, facilities, and I mentioned already, PPM, project and portfolio management, GRC, which is governance, risk, and compliance, and security operations. And listen, this is an important distinction. These are not just templates, all right? These are fully developed workflows with their own tables, their own business objects. They are running solutions in their own right to help you manage your HR, your facilities, your security operations management. So we didn't just lay a template or lay a face on top of incident management. We aren't just disguising ITSM as a solution for another department, which is what you'll often see with some of these other vendors. But what we're providing is IT and non-IT services all managed under the same platform, providing a unified approach to service management as well as to other critical workflows within the enterprise. So very important distinction. Ivanti lacks service delivery beyond IT? I don't think so. We've got it, and we've got the real thing. Let's move on. What is our next big myth? The next big myth is that Ivanti lacks flexible workflows. Now, what we do offer, and we mentioned this earlier, I mentioned this earlier, Ivanti offers a low-code visual editor across all workflows. And that is going to give you low-code capabilities across integration and ITSM. So you want to put a workflow in place. You want to configure your ITSM environment. You want to automate a task. You want to configure an integration with an important external data source. You don't want to have to hire a coder. You don't want to have to bring on development staff to solve those tasks. You want to be able to drag and drop, put the items in place, put the pieces in place, and instantly see the results of the workflow that you need to create. And all the workflows that we have can be modified or created to suit any IT or non-IT process, which is going to let you build your own capabilities, build your own integrations, and tailor the system to whatever your specific needs might be. So no, we do not lack flexible workflows. Myth number 4, busted. Okay, let's move on to our 5th and final myth, and that is that Ivanti lacks DevOps capability. Now, this one gets started because there are one or more folks playing in this space, playing in the ITSM space, who are fairly new entrants into the space, but who came into the space by way of providing development tools. Now, when people say that we don't do DevOps, what they mean is we're not a development tool. Of course, an ITSM platform is not a development tool, but that's not what we're supposed to be. So a development tool that then gets built out into an IT service management solution is not the same thing as something that was purpose-built to manage your workflows within the IT environment and to expand those workflows out into the broader enterprise. we provide integrated DevOps capabilities. So we talk to those tools. We talk to your Agile tools. We talk to your development tools. We've got integration with Jira and Azure DevOps. That's out of the box bidirectional connectors to Jira, to Azure, to GitHub, and to Jenkins. So we're in that space. We're providing a platform that will enable you to do development and operations according to either method, the traditional approaches or the new, more agile approaches. If you've got a product-centric team and you want to do DevOps, we're going to make that very easy for you to do. If you've got a traditional team, but you want to add some agile processes to it, we're going to make that really easy to do. If you're just working in the more traditional approach to development and operations, we're going to support that as well. We're going to support you where you are. And we're going to create a seamless experience with that bidirectional integration that we have to those other tools. So you can extend this now to DevSecOps, because we also offer Ivanti Neuron's vulnerability management, and we've got change management approvals with tools such as GitHub, giving you a seamless DevOps experience that's going to cover both development and operations, and at the same time integrate, as I mentioned, we've got security operations management. So you can go from DevOps to DevSecOps seamlessly with Ivanti, and that's not something you're going to be able to do with much of anything else. So that's 5 myths. Myth number 5, Ivanti lacks DevOps. I'm afraid that's not correct, and I'm glad that we're able to put that one to bed. Now, let's talk about 3 important facts about Ivanti that you might not have heard about. So we're going to move from the myths to the facts. Number 1, Ivanti is the only ITSM vendor to have signed the Secure by Design pledge. All right. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we build products with security in mind from the get-go, from the ground floor. We want to address the evolving cyber threats. And so we've embedded Secure by Design into Ivanti's DNA, into everything that we do. We, as we'll see in a moment, have a large portfolio that includes both IT and security solutions. And obviously, we want to embed security into our security solutions, but we're also embedding it into our IT solutions. So we were the first to sign the CISA Secure by Design pledge, the CISA Secure by Design pledge, followed by hundreds of other vendors. So we're very proud that we were first in line for that. And we follow industry standards. We conduct security and architectural reviews for compliance, and we adhere to Ivanti's Secure Development Standard, which ensures OWASP ASVS compliance. So something to think about when you're looking at an ITSM solution is, where does security fit in to their picture of the world? And we're very pleased to see that security is front and center. It's in our DNA. It's something that you don't have to worry about adding later. It's something that's going to be from the get-go. Important fact number 1, we're the first vendor to sign Secure by Design. Now let's look at Ivanti fact number 2. We're the only ITSM vendor with self-healing capabilities. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, we offer proactive service management that's going to let you know about issues before users even have a chance to report them, sometimes before the issues even occur. By leveraging automated remediation activities, we can significantly reduce the mean time to resolution, MTTR, critical indicator within ITSM. Our self-healing workflows identify and resolve issues autonomously, which ensures minimal disruption to your operations and enhances the overall user experience. This is a proactive approach that not only improves efficiency, but also boosts user satisfaction by addressing problems before they can impact productivity. Very important distinction. So, fact number 2, Ivanti is the only ITSM vendor with self-healing capabilities. That self-healing is a huge step in the right direction if you're looking at implementing a more advanced shift left program with your IT operations. There's no better way to cut down that mean time to response than to prevent the issue from happening to begin with. If you can put self-healing in place and automatically resolve something when it occurs, or better yet, prevent it from occurring, you're going to cut that mean time to response down to minutes or seconds, or to zero in the case of those problems that you have actually prevented from occurring. Let's move on to our third important fact about Ivanti, and that is Ivanti is the only ITSM vendor to measure the digital employee experience. Now, this is a really important and distinct and unique thing that we do. We measure digital employee experience comprehensively, all right? That means we're going to go beyond traditional metrics to understand employee sentiment and their experience across all the devices, all the applications, across security, and across service management. We are looking at the whole picture. We're looking at the big picture, and we're going to track these experiences over time so we can identify trends and areas for improvement. And that's going to ensure that your employees have the best possible digital experience. This is a holistic approach that allows us to optimize the digital workplace continuously and enhance productivity and satisfaction. It's something we're very proud of at Ivanti, and it comes out of the fact that we have a strong footing in both IT and security, and our endpoint management environment, our endpoint management solution provides a good deal of that DEX score, which is information on who's using the devices, when was the last time they were used, how effectively are they operating. We're able to combine that with additional data directly from ITSM, such as customer sentiment, user sentiment. We put those two together, and we've got a real profile for a holistic understanding of digital employee experience, something that is very helpful for you in implementing ITSM, in implementing ESM, and in managing your processes overall. All right, so we've looked at 5 big myths about Ivanti. We've looked at 5 important facts about Ivanti. And what I'd like to do now is take a closer look at Ivanti's solution and see some of the differentiators that we've been talking about, maybe kind of up close and personal. So I'm going to introduce David Pickering from the Ivanti ESM Solutions marketing team, and he's going to give us a quick introduction to the self-healing capability that I described earlier. So
in this short demonstration, we're going to look at self-healing and the ability for it to proactively identify issues before a user identifies them, and even remediate and resolve those issues prior to anyone being notified. So imagine you're sitting at your desk and you're just working away on your day-to-day activities. And as you're working, you get notified of a message from your proactive IT support team. They've identified that your print spooler is not working, and would you like to restart the print spooler now? You answer yes. And now what's happening is it's going through and diagnosing the problem and also attempting to restart the print spooler. Now, we've identified that the print spooler has been stopped, we've restarted it, and we want you to try and print that. So I'm going to say, yep, I've tried to print something, and the print has worked. And our interaction with the support desk continues, thanking us. But more importantly, now we can also say, well, how did we do in resolving this issue? And we can come through and say, yep, we did a great job. And we're going to flag that there. And all of that took mere seconds. But it proactively identified the issue before the user had that issue, and before they were able to log that. But part of that process might also be that we want to track these interactions and statistics. So what we've done is created an incident and put it into a resolve state so that our reporting can analyze that data over a period of time. And let's look at that. So our incident's been created. We put down that the print spooler was not active, so we've identified what device, what happened, anything that might have been attached to that, so we've linked any assets that may be related to that particular issue. And we can say we'll put that into a resolved state with a resolution description at the bottom here as to what we did. And that will help us with doing any diagnostics or reporting. Now, we can also then use AI to go and generate a knowledge article. So using our AI capabilities, let's go and generate a knowledge article for an issue and a resolution so that other service desk people might be able to resolve this in their own right. And there we have our title, which we can edit. We can put that under a particular collection as we want to know. We've got our description of what was happening and also what steps we went through to ensure that we actually did fix this particular issue. So using the AI capabilities to go and generate our interactions. So proactive service management will enable us to improve our digital employee experience score. And how do we measure that? Well, we look at that from a device, security, application, and service. And we can start to look at our score breakdowns from an organisation, from a people, and a device level. If we look at that from let's see what device is in a critical state, and let's drill into that digital employee experience for that particular device. And we can see we've got a critical score there, and why is that? Well, we can see we've got operating system updates haven't occurred, we've got security issues, we've got some service insights that are causing us problems, but no application or survey issues. So being able to view and enable us to see our digital employee experience score based on our proactive service management and our artificial intelligence, we can start to understand what's happening in our organization.
Let's talk about how we at Ivanti do it better. All right. So we've got several important things that are listed here that make a big difference for how Ivanti goes about offering ITSM versus others. First off, let's look at visibility. Ivanti provides full visibility into your service management, your devices, your applications, and security. So across the board. And this is going to give you a comprehensive understanding of your data. And that's going to allow you to gain actionable insights and make it easier to manage and optimize your IT environment. So we're all about visibility, from discovering all those assets to understanding what's happening inside of your devices, to understanding what's happening inside of your services, inside of your processes, and being able to act on those. Next is digital experience. We enhance employee satisfaction and boost productivity through the implementation of self-healing automation and the use of actionable insights. So by proactively addressing issues and improving the overall digital experience, we're going to ensure that your employees can work more efficiently and more effectively. Next, I've talked about it a few times earlier, but I'm not done talking about it yet. That low code, no code capability is really important. With Ivanti, you don't have to rely on expensive technical resources. You don't have to bring a coder in every time you want to add a workflow, every time you want to automate a task, every time you want to integrate a new data source. We've got an industry-leading low-code, no-code platform that's going to allow for faster and easier configuration and enable you to adapt and scale your ITSM solutions without the need for that extensive coding knowledge. Next off, let's talk about being comprehensive. Ivanti offers comprehensive, continuous discovery across both hardware and software, giving you full asset lifecycle management. This ensures that you have a complete and up-to-date inventory of your IT assets, and it's going to help you manage them more effectively and help you in reducing costs. So, in summary, our approach to ITSM is going to give you that visibility, that digital experience, that low code, no code flexibility, and comprehensive asset management you need to succeed. We don't just offer tools, we deliver a platform that transforms your operations and drives business success. And what is that going to mean for your business? Well, let's look at some of the benefits of what we offer. First off, agility, that drag and drop capability, that ability to create automations on the fly, the ability to create integrations on the fly. That's going to let you create and modify the workflows that you need, or the new integrations that you need, quickly and easily using our low code, no code tools. so you're able to respond to a rapidly changing set of circumstances. You've got a workflow, you need to modify it. You've got a new one you need to put in place. It's simple, it's straightforward, and it's visual. Let's talk about increasing productivity. Now, by leveraging automation, AI, and self-healing capabilities, our ITSM solution is going to help you maximize productivity across the organization. Automation is going to help take care of repetitive tasks, while AI provides intelligent insights and decision-making support, along with self-healing capabilities that are going to proactively resolve issues before they impact users. This means your IT team can focus on more strategic initiatives, which is going to drive greater efficiency and productivity across the organization. Once again, if you've got IT freed up from doing the day-to-day, not very interesting tasks, because those have been automated, those have been pushed out to self-service, those are actually taken care of before the incident is ever raised, then the folks you have working in IT are able to work on the big challenges and make sure that you're strategically focused. We're going to improve service quality with accurate and up-to-date data. Your organization can deliver better service across all business areas. Ivanti's ITSM ensures that you have the information you need to make informed decisions, respond quickly to issues, and provide high-quality service to your users. This leads to improved service quality and higher satisfaction levels among your employees and among your customers. Everybody is going to be happier with improved service quality. Let's talk about reducing total cost of ownership. Ivanti's ITSM solution reduces the total cost of ownership, the TCO, by minimizing manual work and lowering administrative overhead. Automation and streamlined processes mean fewer resources are needed to manage IT operations, and that's going to give you a cost savings and a more efficient use of your IT budget. And last but not least, kind of where we started talking about this, we've got the employee experience. Delivering an exceptional employee experience is crucial for productivity and for morale. You need to make it easy. You need to create that positive experience. And Ivanti's ITSM solution enables you to provide faster resolutions and support through any channel, ensuring that employees have a seamless and positive experience when interacting with IT services. This not only boosts employee satisfaction, but is going to enhance your overall organizational performance. So all of these benefits work together to give you a really unique value proposition with Ivanti's ITSM. Let's talk about what's the bigger picture for Ivanti and where our ITSM fits in with the overall Ivanti portfolio. You see, what we've got is a set of solutions that bring IT and security together. We've been talking about ITSM, which is part of our enterprise service management solution. And our ESM solution integrates IT and non-IT service management along with core strategic processes and workflows. So this is a holistic approach that ensures all service management activities are streamlined and aligned within your organization's goals, enhancing efficiency and collaboration across all departments. But that's not all we do. We've also got our endpoint management and security solution. So this is a comprehensive and advanced set of endpoint management and security tools to give you robust protection for all your devices across the enterprise. By managing and securing endpoints effectively, we help you maintain a secure IT environment and reduce vulnerabilities and ensure compliance with security policies. In addition to that, we've got exposure management. If you look at endpoint management and security as kind of dealing with the endpoints, dealing with the devices and the risks right now, exposure management kind of gives you one step into the future. We're looking at what might happen, all right? So we're going to identify, prioritize, and remediate all the security weaknesses that we're encountering or that we might encounter. By proactively addressing potential threats, we're going to help you mitigate risks and protect your organization from cyber attacks. So this is a solution that's going to ensure that your security posture is always up to date and resilient against those evolving threats. And finally, our fourth solution is network security. That's going to offer always-on monitoring and adaptive enforcement for all users, devices, apps, networks, and data. This is a continuous protection across the organization that ensures that your network remains secure even as the threat landscape changes. By providing real-time visibility and control, we help you safeguard your critical assets and maintain a secure network environment. So we got 4 solutions that really work to reduce the friction between IT and security. And they create a cohesive and secure IT environment that's going to enable your organization to operate more efficiently and more effectively. How do we do that? Well, let's talk just briefly about the Ivanti Neurons platform. This is kind of our secret sauce. This is what enables us to bring IT and security together. So at the top of the picture, you see here, we've got our solutions listed once again. So I just went through those, so I won't talk about them again, but just to say that that's the beginning of the story. In the middle, this is kind of where the magic happens with our Ivanti Neurons platform. It is going to bring all of those solutions together, and it's going to unite them with a common login experience that's going to simplify access for you users. It's going to have a simplified navigation and app switcher, so it's going to make it easy to go back and forth between I'm doing ITSM, or I'm doing security operations management, or I'm working on endpoint management. Unified role-based access control is going to make sure that the right folks have access to the right pieces of the puzzle here. And then shared analytics, dashboards, and reporting. So everyone is looking at a common set of information, whether you're on the IT help desk or whether you're in the CISO organization working on addressing security problems. Everyone's looking at the same reports. We're looking at the same dashboards. We're understanding the same holistic view of the organization. Common user management across IT and security, a common homepage experience. You can customize and configure that homepage, but everyone is really starting from the same place. And I mentioned our machine learning and AI capability. We're going to leverage that capability to provide intelligent insights and to automate resolutions of IT incidents, IT requests, security incidents, et cetera. And finally, unified agent management policy, which is going to centralize management of agents and ensure consistency and control across the organization. So that's the magical layer. That's the platform. But all of that is going to rest on top of our data and integration layer, where we're bringing all of it together. I mentioned our iPaaS, and then I think it's really important to talk about our configuration management database, our CMDB, because that's going to give you a comprehensive view of IT assets and their relationships. And we talked about that 360-degree view across the organization. The CMDB is really the source of truth, the single source of truth that's going to give you that pane of glass for looking across the entire organization. Plus, we support standard API integration to bring in the data sources you need. Plus, we've got our marketplace of integrations and extensions that's going to enhance the platform capability. So everything you need to support bringing IT and security together. Of course, it's not just me saying it. I think if we look, we can see that we've got some pretty good validation of the points that I've been making. You know, it's one thing for me to tell you that our products are market leading and many of our customers are extending their adoption of of Ivanti solutions and are getting great business outcomes. But it's important to share validation directly from those that analyze IT and security solutions for a living. And as you can see, the analysts agree. We are leaders across the key functional technologies that you rely on. And we've integrated those technologies so they work seamlessly to create more complex processes and outcomes that you need. These quotes from industry analysts highlight our strengths and validate the effectiveness of our solutions. Their recognition underscores our commitment to innovation and excellence in IT and security management. With Ivanti, you're not just getting a product, you're getting a trusted partner recognized by experts in the field. And what's that going to do for your organization? What's that going to do for your business? Well, it's going to help you do 3 really important things. It's going to help you reduce operational costs. improve IT end user productivity, and proactively reduce security risk. All of those are baked into what we do at Ivanti. Yes, with our ITSM, but also with our larger platform and with our solutions that bring IT and security together. So in summary, we've got a broader portfolio of solutions that are designed to help you cut those costs, improve that productivity, and proactively manage risks. By integrating these powerful tools into your IT strategy, you can achieve significant business outcomes and you can drive the long-term success of your organization. All right, well, that is actually just about going to do it. I can't tell you what a privilege it's been being able to talk with you all today. And I know we have covered a lot of ground exploring how Ivanti's ESM and ITSM solutions stand out from the competition. We've got a focus on automation, integration, self-healing capabilities, responsible AI, and a superior digital employee experience that set us apart. Ivanti's ITSM solution goes beyond the basics, and it gives you intelligent automation, advanced analytics, and proactive service management that truly transform IT operations. We hope you found this webinar informative and that it provided valuable insights into how Ivanti can help you achieve the powerful outcomes we were talking about with your ITSM environment. And please, if you find yourself talking to somebody about your ITSM needs, watch out for those myths and keep in mind that you need a solution that meets your requirements for automation, integration, self-healing, responsible AI, low code, no code, and digital experience. Please keep all those important factors in mind and don't forget who can offer you all that and more. Now, I know we had several questions that popped up and I just kept talking and we're out of time at this point. So we will respond to your questions offline, but we thank you so much for being with us. If you want to learn more, please follow the links we've provided where you'll find lots of great information about Ivanti and our ITSM solution. And if you have any questions or would like to learn more, please don't hesitate to reach out. And we want to say thank you once again. And until next time, so long.